Hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew, and I'm Will.
I'm cursed.
That's Win. And today on the Free Film Friday, I have a topic that we can talk about. I don't know how far we'll talk about it, but we'll just kind of go, maybe talk about what movies we've watched this week and that good stuff. This came from the Corridor Crew with their God damn it. VFX art. That's a hard one. VFX. See? VFX
React.
artists react. And they were talking about deep fakes with the Boba Fett and stuff like that. And they showed a clip of like Spider-Man, but it was Tobey Maguire, but as Tom Holland. And I was thinking, would you watch, say, Disney, Sony, whoever, put out a movie and it was the same movie, but it was deep faked with someone else, voice and all, because like they did an AI for like Luke Skywalker for the voice in Boba Fett. Like, would you be interested in that? And what are some movies that you think would be good? Before we start talking about it, subscribe.
Are we limited to Marvel stuff?
No, like anything.
Anything?
Because that's
Already
where
have one.
more the idea came from. It was like, of course you can do that with Marvel stuff. There's going to be 100 of people playing the same character but a different variant, whatever, coming up with the multiverse. So like we're kind of already going to get that with some stuff, but like literally anything. Like I was trying to think, like, I don't know, with the Alien movies, taking somebody for Sigourney Weaver, some actress now, the chick from I'm thinking of Ending Things. I think she kind of looks like her. You could deep fake her. I thought that'd be cool. That was one that came to mind, but
Don't remember her name. Trying to remember so hard.
yeah. But
I already have
why
one
I
in
looked that up, like her name, because she's a great actress, and she deserves.
I already have one in mind
Go
because
for
I
it.
think they've already done this before, or someone did on YouTube. It's the Back to the Future, Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland deepfake. Robert Downey Jr. is Doc, and Marty McFly. Tom Holland is Marty McFly. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Like,
I like.
so would you? But would you watch it though? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
now,
Sorry.
I just find it interesting. Like, I wonder if, because the deep fake stuff is becoming a big thing for sure. The technology's getting better. Disney has done it with Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian. And you can even see the improvement, even though the voice was kind of iffy for Book of Boba Fett, but the improvement from Mandalorian season 2 to Book of Boba Fett. I'd be interested to see, like, I don't know, deep faking older movies and stuff, and like, would companies be interested in doing that? Because I feel like, I don't know, I'd just be interested.
I think it's an interesting concept. I think it would be cool to even just like make a kind of a, not a rehash, but like a remastered version of these movies.
kind of rehashing it too.
Yeah.
I could definitely see it happening. I definitely think Disney would be the first one to bank on it.
Yeah.
Because they've already kind of done it with Luke Skywalker, even though it's not like an old movie or anything.
No, they did the new recent movies of, like, let's say The Jungle Book,
Mhm.
Lion King. That's kind of a rehash.
Yeah.
To a
So I'd
more-
be, but it's more not necessarily a rehash of that, but like it's the same movie, but a different actor. Like I could see down the line, and maybe, I mean, I think it's going to be sooner rather than later, but I'll say 20 years from now, you'll be able to pick what actor you want to see in your movie.
Oh God.
Like I maybe
That's a
20
weird
years
concept.
is pushing it, maybe like 50, but I don't know. This technology is definitely a growing thing, and I think it'd be interesting to see.
That's a very weird concept. Like, just thinking about that, it
Yeah,
sounds like a Black
exactly.
Mirror type shit, where it's like, I don't like this actor.
Hey, Black Mirror, Netflix, there's your next idea.
I think it would have been. I think that's an interesting thing. In terms of like movies I would watch now.
Because I'm trying to think of some more. Of course, the Marvel stuff. I would just put Ben Affleck's face on all the other Batmans.
I don't know about that. I like his build, so I don't know.
Or just Henry Cavill on all
Or
the
Henry
Superman.
Cavill. Okay. I love to see a deep fake version of like the Superman and Lois show, where it's like Henry Cavill instead of like.
I think that would work
And then,
better.
yeah, and Lois Lane, Amy
And
Adams.
it's something interesting too, because just talking about it being deep faked and stuff, it's it kind of comes down to the performance too, from like the person first gave. So it kind of limits you in a sense, but it's very cool technology.
It is.
I
It's a
don't
growing
know.
one.
I don't know. It's
I
kind of scary.
But what was one that they basically done already? Like the Star Wars one, they did one with Leia and
They did. They've done the
they Luke
stuff.
Skywalker, and
They've
then
done the stuff with young Tony Stark and young Nick Fury. I mean,
yeah,
I
that's
think the
true.
Nick Fury ones might be the best one because
Yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson still looks like he's probably, I don't know, like he did when he was in his 40s,
Yeah.
but like he's like 70 years old and like he looked like he was, I don't know, how old was he supposed to be there? In
his face
40s?
hasn't changed much.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Well,
like
you
some
know
of
what
these
they
have
say,
Botox.
black don't crack.
Is that racist?
No, I don't think
Anyways.
so. It's just it's true. A lot the African American people typically look a lot better when they're older than white people do.
That's very true. Unless you
That's why
introduce
black
Botox in there.
Don't crack.
What was that general from the Star Wars movies where people were like, "That looks so
Oh
bad"?
yeah. I don't remember his name. I don't care enough.
I don't either. I just remember that guy.
I do. I will say, probably if I rewatched Rogue One, like I would notice. But when I first watched it, I didn't even know the guy was dead. So like
No, the story was so bad. You couldn't even focus on that guy. I gotta be honest with you.
I know Rogue One's like the best Star Wars movie.
Really, you think so?
I love that movie.
I don't know. I
Oh,
didn't even
man,
know.
We should talk about Rogue One. We should do a film report on it.
it.
I love that one. It's so. I mean, there's Empire Strikes Back, which is actually probably the best one, but then Rogue One's probably second for me.
I would love to see a kind of version of Anakin.
Mhm.
I don't know who the actor would be, but I want to see someone else do it.
Yeah, Hayden
like,
Christensen's not it for you.
It's not that. It's just like I would just be interested to see someone else's take
Mm-hmm.
or like someone else's face
Hey,
on
well,
there.
we're getting him back in Obi-Wan in what, 2 months?
Are they gonna do deep fake? I don't know. He still
No,
looks
he's
young.
they're gonna have him in there, and apparently Obi-Wan and Anakin and Vader, they're gonna have like a rematch. It's gonna be interesting.
Wow.
I'm very excited for Obi-Wan.
Fans gonna love it.
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
hate it.
Nah, they're probably gonna love it. Just the fact having Hayden Christensen back and Ewan McGregor, it's gonna be a Book of Boba Fett situation. Whether it's good or not, they're gonna be like, Vader.
What's one movie and actor you'd love to see do that deep fake?
I'm trying to think.
Like if they had to remake it. Not limited to Disney.
Yeah,
Anything HBO related or
trying to think. I'd love to see some maybe different actors for Jaws. Like, because I never want Jaws to be remade, but like having like that same exact movie but different actors, that'd be kind of cool. I can't really think of who.
Chris Pratt as the sheriff.
Yeah, I don't like Chris Pratt enough to have him in my movie.
I would just love to see like the blank face kind of.
No,
like,
Chris
reaction.
Pratt would be the scientist. Richard Dreyfuss, that he could do that one.
The scientist, which one is that? Oh, that guy? The short guy?
Yeah.
No, I think that's Tom Holland.
I already don't like this idea. Don't ruin Jaws for me.
Yeah, do that,
No,
Chris
I just
Pratt
don't
as
like
a
these
sheriff.
actors.
No, oh man, if they did a Jaws, actually, like if they did like a remake of it, yeah, he would be the sheriff.
He would be.
Yeah, I think he would like just come out and just be like, "Hi, how you doing?"
God, whenever Steven Spielberg dies and they remake Jaws, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna boycott that movie. I'm not gonna watch it. Some James Bonds, those would be cool. Just pick your Bond for whatever movie.
How would they do that with Idris Elba?
I don't know.
They're predominantly white, so.
Well, I know. Well, hey, he just isn't it. Yeah, I'm still holding out for Tom Hiddleston.
Or Tom Hiddleston, yeah.
I
think that could be cool.
Well, no, I'm just talking like Daniel Craig in the Sean Connery movies, or
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. I think that would be an interesting concept with like
Yeah.
Sean Connery stuff.
I could see Bond's definitely doing something like that, since the character is so much like, oh, it's a different actor. We're not going to say anything about it though.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just a code name. The fans already explained it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just that it has the same villain every time.
Yep.
Let's see. Big blockbuster movies
trying
are
to think
so
of
much easier to think of because like
Yeah.
if you think of the smaller movies, they're already
I don't know.
pretty good,
Yeah,
some of
like
them.
the small movies I wouldn't touch. Like I'm
Yeah.
like thinking of like Goodwill Hunting or like Dead Poets Society, stuff like that.
Fast and Furious did a kind of deep fake,
Yeah.
a weirder version of deep fake.
It'd be interesting. But I think with the Marvel stuff, multiverse and stuff coming out, I think this was an interesting topic to talk about. But that's I just want to talk about that a little bit.
Are you hoping for Tom Cruise to show up?
I'm almost sure he will.
I don't think he will.
I'm like 100% sure.
But if they had to do deepfakes in that though, just to kind of relate it to the topic,
I'm sure they'll do some de-aging for sure.
De-aging, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like using de-aging, using deepfake as de-aging. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
And
keep
maybe
doing that.
Chadwick Boseman,
yeah,
not saying anything, maybe with a mask on. I don't know if they'll do that, but
I could see them doing that. Or I mean, honestly, people have been kind of rallying around the fact of recasting him, and like I kind of get it, but like if they did recast him and just have him appear in multiverse as a different character, like that'd be kind of an okay way to do it than just start Black Panther 2 and be like, here's a new guy as Black Panther.
Change in direction.
Yeah. So
wait, hold on. Before we end it, I want to talk about another top 3 that you want.
Go for it.
Top 3 of those movies that you want to see as like deepfakes.
Top 3, Alien.
Wow. Fair enough. That would be easy because it's
Predator. I don't know which Predator, but one of the Arnold Schwarzenegger ones.
Schwarzenegger?
That hold on, Schwarzenegger.
Oh wait, what's the?
Yeah. You didn't. I kind of said it. Cut that. I'd say Predator. I'd say Predator. I don't know like who, but I think I'd want to see someone besides Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'm going these old 80s like horror movies, but I want to say Jaws, but then I don't. But
I have my 3 already.
Go for it.
Just out of curiosity.
Because one of yours might become one of mine. They'll steal it.
Fantastic Four, the older ones.
Okay.
Replace Mr. Richards with what's his name again? John Krasinski.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Emily Blunt. And what's his name? Johnny Storm as maybe by...
No, just keep it Chris Evans.
Yeah, no, keep it Chris Evans.
I think John Harbour would be a good thing.
That would be, yeah.
Or the dude who we just talked about in Dog.
Channing Tatum?
No.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be a great...
Yeah, he would be good. The guy in My Name is Earl who lost weight. Yeah, that guy. Maybe Dr. Doom. Maybe have Sebastian Stan as Dr. Doom.
That'd be kind of cool.
What was that one whitewash movie with Scarlett Johansson?
Ghost in a Shell.
Yeah, someone else is Ghost in the Shell.
I thought she was great.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see someone else.
Fair.
Maybe an Asian lady.
Fair.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal's Spider-Man. From the
original
Spider-Man.
That's a good one.
Because that one was in talks for a long time, and I would
steal
love
that.
to see that.
I must just steal that so we can finish that up.
Oh, that's disappointing.
That's our deep fake stuff. What you watched this week before we wrap up?
Oh shit! Nothing.
Nothing.
Euphoria, Dog, The Curse, all that other stuff we talked about. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That one was really lame.
I'm excited.
It was so, it was very movie. It was very horror movie.
Okay.
I watched a bunch of shows. Not gonna talk about which one, but because I'm kind of doing like a weird telecast of like top shows of 2021. I rewatched a bunch of them. I would highly recommend if you're gonna watch a show, Midnight Mass or Made.
Okay.
Yeah, those are Made is very.
I might. I'd
deep.
say I'm trying to get back on my movie grind, but
fair enough. There's this movie, a French film called Big Bug.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It is by far one of the weirdest ones that I've seen this year.
Okay.
It's so you should look it up.
I'm.
You don't know where it's going.
This
you don't
looks
know what it's
interesting.
about. You have no idea who's what, doing what.
Okay.
It's so fucking confusing.
This looks really interesting. I think I will check this out.
Of course, Inventing Anna. Talked about that before. There's this show, I guess it's a show on HBO Max called The Girl Before. Interesting premise. It's got 4 episodes. Oh, it's got that guy from The Voyeurs. The camera, the photographer dude.
Mm-hmm. Ben Hardy.
Yeah. How do you remember his name?
I don't know. David Oyelowo.
Yeah, the black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. And then Euphoria, Peacemaker, Pam and Tommy, Kimmy, Long Shot,
What do you think of Long Shot?
Which one is that?
That's the Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron.
Oh yeah, that. That was all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Uncharted, Gangster Squad.
Yeah.
Finished that because I didn't. Last time I was here and we talked about it, I didn't get to finish it.
What I've watched, I watched Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Highly recommend.
What?
Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
The Dewey Cox.
It's John C. Reilly and is essentially a Johnny Cash parody, and it's ridiculous. It's so funny. Never Been Kissed, The Cursed Dog Scene 2, The Tinder Swindler, This Is Where I Leave You, Bad Words, Lolly Love, and Free Guy. I recommend Lolly Love for you because it's... Did you know James Gunn and Jenna Fisher, Pam from The Office, were married at one point?
Yes.
Didn't know that. They made a movie. She wrote and directed it. It's called Lolly Love. It's on Prime.
How do you spell lolly?
Lollilove. Super weird. It's like a satirical comedy.
Oh god,
It's
weird.
it's so weird. I loved it though. Thought it was hilarious. Morgan recommended that to me. Thanks, Morgan. She recommended me a lot of stuff I need to still watch. Anyways, though, that's what we watched this week. That's our Free Film Friday for episode 4. Thank y'all for watching. Let us know any ideas for a Free Film Friday, and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm Will. That's when thought I was gonna get more out of that one. That's when. Thank y'all for watching. We love movies. We love y'all. We'll see y'all in the next one.
And if you haven't seen it already, go watch our Batman review.